New Jersey Democratic Senator Bob Menendez is facing a new federal charge.
The Justice Department accuses him of conspiring to act as a foreign agent to Egypt. That's according to a superseding indictment filed in federal district court in New York. Menendez and his wife were charged last month for allegedly engaging in a bribery scheme.
CBS News chief election and campaign correspondent Robert Costa joins us now. Hey there, Bob. Wondering what these new charges might mean for Menendez's political future. Obviously, there were a lot of people calling for him to resign when the first indictment was handed up. Now, even more.
For Senator Bob Menendez, this is another moment for him to barrel ahead and to say that he's not resigning, he's not stepping away from running for re-election. But this is increasing here at the Capitol. Talk among Democrats about challenging Menendez in New Jersey for that Democratic nomination for Senate. He is someone who is seen as a burden, not just for his party in New Jersey, but for Democrats nationally as they grapple with these very serious allegations.
Switching gears a little bit, House Republicans are clearly divided ahead of a vote to pick a new speaker. How is House Majority Leader Steve Scalise going about, as you're hearing, trying to change the minds of people who say, you know what, you don't have my vote?
Just below me in the Capitol basement, I've been hanging around there for the past few hours talking to Republicans as they emerge from this private conference room where they're trying to decide who's going to be the next Speaker of the House. And it's evident that Steve Scalise does not have the necessary 217 votes he needs to win the gavel on the floor of the House of Representatives. So it's becoming another crisis moment for House Republicans as they try to find a path forward. Is Scalise going to keep trying to chip away at a coalition to try to build some kind of consensus around him, or does he step away? There's already chatter among many of my sources that someone else could emerge, like Congressman Tom Cole of Oklahoma or Patrick McHenry, a congressman from North Carolina who's seen favorably throughout the House GOP and now serving as the Speaker pro tempore.
And if I could just to add to that question, are you hearing more specific reasons as to why, outside of we had a comment earlier when we spoke to Nicole Killian of Congresswoman Nancy Mace, who said that it was comments that Scalise made or appearing at a rally that is getting
white supremacist group
that is getting negative reviews from her own constituents, and said she just can't stand by that. But what else are you hearing in terms of why they're saying no?
Well, actually, years ago, I was one of the first reporters on that story. I spoke to people close to Scalise at the time. It was 2014, nearly a decade ago, where it emerged that Scalise at one time spoke to a white supremacist conference affiliated with David Duke, the notorious white supremacist from down in Louisiana. And Scalise said at the time he appeared at that conference, did not know about it in terms of its foundational values, in terms of its associations with racism, and he decided to stay in the leadership, to stay in the House GOP. It was a tough moment for him politically, to say the least. But those comments about that incident, about that speech, and his appearance there have all been revived as he seeks the Speaker's gavel.
Let's shift gears just a little bit more. For America Decides tonight, you spoke with North Dakota Republican Governor Doug Burgum about his 2024 bid. How's he responding to pressure on him and many of the other GOP candidates to try and drop out to consolidate the field on the Republican side?
There is so much frustration among Republican presidential candidates. In just recent days, I've spoken with Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, and I asked him about George Will, the conservative columnist who wrote a column saying Scott should drop out of the race and endorse Nikki Haley. I said, what do you think about that, Senator? And Senator Scott told me George Will is pretty good at baseball. And that was a not-so-subtle dig at George Will, the longtime Pulitzer Prize-winning columnist who loves baseball, loves politics, telling Will to kind of lay off. Don't tell Scott to get out of the race. And you see in Doug Burgum a similar frustration. There's such a call from some donors and some major conservatives to consolidate the anti-Trump vote in the Republican race. But so many of these candidates are telling us they're not getting out. They're hanging in till Iowa, until New Hampshire. They want to give this a real shot.
All right. Robert Costa, true reporter. And then you're doing the show in a couple of hours. So you're getting all your last-minute tips and information before you head back to the studio.
I love it.
Thank you so much. You can watch America Decides tonight at 5 o'clock Eastern right here on CBS News.